I interviewed a student who had taken over 2 years worth of online courses beginning at the start of the pandemic. The student admitted that switching to online was a little bit awkward at first. Once she and her classmates were more comfortable with the format, they were able to engage in class activities just like they would in a face-to-face classroom. One of her best experiences was performing live on Zoom in her group in front of her entire classroom, just like they would in person. Her instructor embraced this new technology and somehow created a classroom climate where students were willing to have their cameras on and mute themselves when necessary and become part of their community in this performance arts class. Not all of this student's experiences with online courses were positive ones, though. One of her worst experiences came when she took a science course for non-majors that she was really actually excited about learning. There were no lectures of any kind, recorded or live, and students were supposed to read the textbook and answer the questions on quizzes. The student felt that the lack of examples, direct feedback from the instructor, and other perspectives was not helping her understand the concepts, and because she couldn't answer the questions from the readings alone, she stopped doing her readings because she wasn't really gaining anything from them. The student was very disappointed with this class. When asked to categorize her overall experience with online courses, this student said that she had an equal amount of positive, neutral, and negative experiences. Her positive experiences came from those classes where her instructors managed to mimic an in-person setting on Zoom or online. And she really learned a lot from these courses. She felt neutral about some of the classes where there was a lack of instructor presence, but she still did okay and learned some things. Her negative experiences were her classes where the instructor had little to no presence in the course, and she really didn't learn anything from them. This student has really experienced a large range of instructional types for her online courses. From little to no presence or interaction with the students, to moderate, to pretty much mimicking an in-person classroom, where she learned the most. She was most successful in her learning in courses where the instructor gave lectures, whether in the form of live Zoom or pre-recorded. She appreciated when instructors who had pre-recorded lectures provided materials to supplement alongside the lectures like slides or notes. And she remembers thinking that they must have taken a lot of effort to create all of this, and she was very grateful because she learned a lot from these classes, and she still remembers that material to this day. When asked what advice she would give to future instructors of online courses, it was, please don't give assignments that don't add any value to the course or busy work. What she means by this is some of her instructors would give her 5 to 6 assignments each week that she didn't feel would benefit her in any way or she didn't gain anything from. These were things like Canvas discussions where you had to comment on other students' responses, and most of these were not adding to the overall content of the course. Talking to this student gave me great insight as to what does and doesn't work for most students in an online course. And it's a great reminder for me and for all instructors really, just how important we are to a student's success.